What's up, fish tank people? Dustin's Fish Tanks bringing it to you live as I aquascape the Fluval B26, preparing for the aquatic experience, which is next week. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope people can see me. I am live. Why am I going live on a random Thursday morning? Because I got a cameraman here filming the good stuff. What's up, everybody? Glad you're on here. Hope you're doing well. What's going on? We're going to be live for a while, folks. I'm excited. Going to be doing all the work on this bad boy back here. I'm not going to be answering a lot of questions. Not really going to be talking all that much. But it's going to be a lot of fun, though. I am recording a long version of this right now as well. So let me just check the stream health and everything. Stream health is good. No data stream. Not receiving data. I believe this is incorrect. No active stream. Stream health. Alright, good stream. Can you guys see this alright? Everybody see this? Escape already. Alright, cool. You guys see this? Everybody see this? Somebody say yes, I can see this. So I know that you guys can't see what I'm doing here. I'm getting this rolling. Yeah? Somebody type something. Escape's looking interesting. All good. Yes, you can see it. Alright, cool. Hey, I love your channel. Hope win those plants. Cool. Yes, you can see this. Great. Fantastic. Alright, well, I'm going to move some stuff around here. And I'm trying to think of the best way to set this up. Is the video pretty good? Pretty good quality? This speed is okay? Yeah? Alright. Looks good. Cool. I got to do all the checks. Alright, so we're going to start here. I'm going to move this at an angle a little bit for you guys. And then Brandon, I'll cue you on the camera elsewhere.
Yeah.
So, rolling here like this. Alright, so you guys get the general view right here. There we go. Alright. How's that? Alright. Looks good. Cool. Nice. We're rolling. Good. Alright. Time to do some work. Brandon, I've got this set up good, man, so I don't know if you want to, if we can slide it back maybe onto there, but I don't know how well I can zoom in with the camera, so if you want to tinker with this, maybe we can zoom in and pull the camera out. Can you get a camera in front over here?
Yeah.
Alright, well then we'll work on that. But go ahead and get me hot on the, because I'm going to start taking everything out. You got to say what's up on the live stream too, Brandon.
How's it going, people?
That's right. That's my man right there. That's the guy that made the video last Sunday you guys liked. All right, so we got to get that. Why don't we clip that up on something? Go above me. Because you're not going to really get... unless. Oh, that's number 2.
That's number 1.
Well, then what's... All right, so we're going to have something behind here on this.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah, you can't really roll there. Put it on the corner of that. Put it on the corner of this.
Right here?
Yeah, get on the corner of there. Let me know when that's hot. Alright, folks. People saying, what's up, Brandon? We'll get some love in the comments. You guys seeing this alright? Cool. Yeah, alright, cool. Healthy. Video output low. Stream is currently at a bit rate. Recommended bit rate of 20. Is the extreme okay? I am reading something. That's why I'm staring at it. Sham Wow guy. Bit rate seems good. Oh, your streaming stopped encoding. Still going? Am I still going? What's up? Testing it out here. It's perfect? Cool. Let's start. Y'all are anxious, man. It's not easy doing this live. I could just do this by myself and not show you. You young punks. Cool.
Alright.
Oh, that's straight. And I just zoom in on that one and we're good. Alright. Stream health. Live. Cool. Alright, that's hot. Leave that one. Unless you want to go. You want to get me started with that? Alright, that's live, man. You want to hold that for me? Or?
No, I'm just trying to set it to where, like, because it doesn't have to on the computer, so how do you think about, like, sitting it down here?
That's, keep it up higher, because I want to have it kind of come down into the substrate. We can angle it down, though. No, angle it like this.
Okay, perfect.
Now you guys can see the tank good enough. Alright, zoom in on that one and start recording on that one. And we'll get this going. Let me know when that one's ready. Go. Let's get after it. Alright, so this is going to go up here. Let me see that shot on that one. Trying to. So what we're going to do is we're going to take everything out of this. And I got to re-add the substrate in here. What's up, Callie? Zoom in. Here, I got this on that one. Yeah, go ahead, zoom in. Out a little bit. Out. Perfect. Right there. Actually, just a little bit. That's straight. That's basically the zoom. Just tighten that up for me, would you? There you go. And then get that. You look at that shot and square that up, but go ahead and start recording that. Thanks, bro. Looking good. We're about to get started here. Alright, so that's recording. Just get it down, just angle it down just a little bit. Put the back up a little bit. Thanks for your patience, everybody, here, but this should be good.
Bring some more of the table?
Yeah, just a little bit more of the table. Because you can see the front, you can't see the exact front of the rocks. Like that. There you go.
Alright.
You got me. I'm going to start tearing this apart. So, it starts, folks, with this. Beautiful canvas.
Say that again.
You got the audio synced?
Yeah, start that. Just start that line again.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're recording two things at once, you live people. So it starts with. Is that good? Audio synced up. It's production, man. Live is not easy. Cool. All right. You ready, Brandon?
Give me a clap. Yeah. Go ahead.
We good?
Yep.
Alright, folks, so it starts with taking this back out. This had a lot of time playing with it, so I have a lot of thinking time invested in this, but now I have to take it out and then add the substrate and then re-put it back in here. You'll notice nothing is around here. There's nothing going on. There's no, like, look, I have a bunch of crap that I have set out. Like, there's, like, orders and pens and stuff like that. None of that's here, alright? This is all clean canvas. Like, I don't even really want to be talking to you guys, but my job to help y'all, so I am. But so yeah, everything is cleaned up. Like the whole area here, there's no like stuff around. I put a white background on here. Like I'm trying to focus on this. That's it. Like I'm not gonna be reading a lot of comments or whatever. So it's just all get the canvas clean. So we're gonna start by cleaning it out and taking it apart. I'm going to show this right here. This piece of driftwood is beautiful. It's actually two. I use a wire and I wire around the back. Some people say drill it, whatever. I'm using a wire because I can do a wire and I can pull it tight like I want and I can modify accordingly. I also use a pair of pliers on the back side of this right here. I use a backside, you see that there. I use wires on the backside and I use pliers, which are underneath this pile of junk underneath over here. I use pliers like this to take this, and I'll tighten this and loosen this here. So this piece of driftwood is now out. A couple of things to point out. I am going to have to remove this here because it's just unsightly, unnatural looking. This is amazing driftwood. This has been hand selected. You got to use a lot of driftwood to get it, but this is all coming out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to recreate this hardscape right here, just directly in front of it. Then I'm going to add the substrate. And I'm just going to add the substrate to that. The heck with it. Brandon, get a clip of this, will you? Too hot?
Yeah.
So I'm going to take this substrate out of here. It's already been pre-rinsed, that's why I'm using it. I wouldn't use a new bag for this because I want to keep it clean. So this stuff's been somewhat pre-rinsed or whatever. We'll pull it out like this. Drip it like that. Bring this like this. Bring it on in. Everybody comments on my videos and my butt's hanging out, so I'm gonna pull my pants up. It's a feng shui thing. I don't want water dripping everywhere. Mojo Pie, Hilton Head, 2002. When you're using substrate, I don't use all my substrate at once. I use a chunk of, I use like 3/4 of it, and then I save some because you're going to need some from the back. Or later on, you don't know where you're going to need more. So don't use it all at once. You're going to fill in later with more. And I didn't want to drip on the front. But I'm going to go pretty high up with the substrate here. Smooth it out. Some people use scaping tools. I don't use any scaping tools. Well, I take that back. I'm going to use some tweezers later. You got the shots all right? You good? Cool. Better to use too much substrate than not enough. How's that stream going? You guys seeing this all right? Glad you're digging them. Glad we got together to do this today, people, huh? Then we're going to plant baby tears all up around in here. You need a paintbrush or something to sweep it off, but whatever. Now comes the hard part, the placement of this. And I want this to flow with the edge. There we go. So I want that edge, that's a critical edge right there. So this goes right here. And I like the way these pieces are kind of falling on there. Brandon, can you get in tight for me on this? I want to show this.
Okay.
So in tight right here, I want to get this. You can see how I'm placing the rock on the edge like that, and it kind of comes along the line there, and then that edge, that's intentional. Now I've got an issue here that I'm going to need to do something with. I may take the whole piece out and kind of sand it and smooth it off, but that edge where it's cut is no good. I don't like the look of that at all. But oh well, it is what it is. I can hide it with some plants. I'll probably hide it with some plants, but the show must go on. So I'm sitting here looking at this going, all right, what does this need? I like where that is. I'm going to go grab a bunch of little rocks and kind of work them into the substrate. I'd like for the background to actually be higher. I'm going to add some more substrate. Easier said than done. Driftwood, of course, has to come out to add more substrate, which is fine. I'm trying to take the substrate up a third of the way up the back of the tank. With better height, better depth. Higher than that even. Y'all enjoying this? It's not clay. Kind of sucks doing it sideways like this. I like to do it front on, but whatever.
Can you move the branch?
What's that? I will in a second here. Let me. Go ahead. So, I'm pulling this out. Hey, looking there. Looking alright? You guys get the idea? Got that trimmed up. I don't like the height right now. Not gonna lie, I don't like the way the height is. But I'll make it work later because we got to get onto the plants. So, work this in. I like this edge of these rocks. These rocks were found on I-40, Interstate 40 in the mountains of Asheville, Tennessee. So, it's a real Vescu substrate from Brightwell. It's a substrate. It matches the rocks. Otherwise, I'd be using the strontium from Fluval or stratum or whatever the heck stratum is it's called. If you want to have your rocks and your substrate colors match, now I'm a little higher up. Time to push it down. You'll notice this rock edge right here is very critical. And then got that here. That edge right there is going to be softened with plants, but I like the way that's rolling. And this is bothersome, but I'll have to deal with that later. So I've got my wire here. I've got the little under spot right there. Something's going to come out, and I'm liking that. So it's cool. What's up, Corey? You ain't the only one doing live streams these days, homeboy. Thanks for the motivation to do them, though. So yeah, rocking this, getting that going. How you like me now, huh? You guys see that all right? Silicone at the end of the wire looks like copper wire. Now, copper, everybody complains about, yeah, I got it in the greenhouse. Corey told me to hardwire it. He's right. It's a good move. Everyone's worried about the copper. I'm not scared to death at all. In fact, I'm going to put 100 cherry shrimp in this for the aquatic experience. I do not care about the copper. The copper is hurting nothing. And I've tested it in this tank right here. So anybody complaining about the copper wire, like whatever, that's not going to hurt anything. It's so minuscule. First of all, it's covered. Second of all, it's very, very thin. Now, if I were to put 20 pounds of copper pipe in here, that'd be a different story. Put your copper willies to rest, people. So now we stop and we look and we say, all right, where are we going? What are we doing? I hate this. I like this. I like the background. I like the hardscape. Now I'm going to go get a bunch of little rocks. Learn this straight from Oliver Knott. Be right back. Pause. Alright, fish tank people, so when I watched Oliver Knott do Escape, alright, fish tank people, so when I saw Oliver Knott do an Aquascape, he said he wanted rocks at my dude's house in 3 different piles, large, medium, and small. This is considered the small to medium size, and I'm going to work some of these in the front of this hardscape. Don't really know where this is going, like where we're headed right now, but it takes a lot of rocks. So these are all the rocks. I'm actually going to lay them out here. I probably won't use a lot of them, but you got to have a lot of options laid out. So I'm laying them all out here. Brandon, you get that? So I'm laying them all out and about here. And when he did it, when Oliver did it, he just threw it down, and he would just throw them down. And he just kind of threw them. He said it looks more natural. And I don't have enough small sizes. How cool is that rock? Definitely being used. So I'm just going to kind of tinker here. I'm actually going to move this more towards me. I want to see it. You guys can get that view. And then loving the bow front. So I want to do a little softening in the front. But you don't want them touching the glass, so it's kind of the tricky part there. And Oliver literally just like threw them in there, but that's, I don't know, he said it looks more natural, and it does, but I don't know. It might take a couple of throws. I don't know if I like that or not. It might work. We'll make that work. I don't know. What do you think? Look pretty good? See them nips. Alright, so that's going. Yeah, I like where we're going here. I'm actually going to get this cooler looking rock in the front. There we go. Notice the rock pulls the eye in. Alright, now we're coming. Now what we got to do, we got to wipe the front and look at it better. It's not clear. The vision's not clear. It's getting clear, but it's not clear. There we go. It's a well-placed rock back there. You try to match rock color types. So like you want to get like similar looking stuff. Rocks that look the same. So like this rock has a similar pattern as that, so that's why it's being utilized too. Hardscape is coming. I need a little softer pebbles out here. I'm going to actually bring a bunch of little rocks in and break them in later. I'm going to wipe the front. And you got to get out of it. You get into it and then you get out. You get in, you get out. I'm going to take this, wipe this. So now I don't want to look at it for a minute. I want to stay away. Brandon, you seen that big white rag, terrycloth rag? It should be like right around here somewhere.
White shirt. Nah, that's a shirt.
On the floor. we're good. Ripping up a shirt, I'm gonna wipe the front. I used to do all my tanks full. It's a heck of a lot easier. So now I'm just cleaning it like, alright, what does it need? What does it need? What does it need? I'll tell you what it needs, folks. It needs some freaking plants. That's what it needs. Soften everything. Plants are your like cover. They like make everything smoother and flow easier. So it looks more natural. So then the question becomes, what kind of plants are we going to put in this sucker? First things first, we got to get the canvas clean. That involves clearing the front of the glass, taking a step back, taking a break, looking at it, getting a drink of water, stopping. Not stopping the stream, but just stopping the progress of what I'm doing with the hardscape and really giving it a hard stare. Front on, you guys are going to have to wait while I turn the tank. And see what is up. It was funny when I watched Oliver's Scape. World's probably best, or one of the best. I watched him focus on nothing but just having the front clean, and I like helped him wipe it and everything because I was his minion. And it really like made a difference in the scape because he stopped and kind of paused and had a clear thing. And just like I said, nothing's around. Like I'm gonna clear all this stuff out. So now it's just like take a break, look at it. So I'm gonna rotate it towards me. See how it's coming. And again, I'm doing this for me. You guys get to watch. Like this is how I want it to look. Hey, get a still of me kind of staring at it. And I'm gonna kill all the lights in the greenhouse real quick. Hey, kill this backlight, would you?
Just put my switch in the back. To the back.
Alright. So now we look at it and we say, what do we want to see here? I'll show you guys what I'm looking at here. Alright. This webcam is tight, huh? So what am I staring at? So what am I softening? I want to get all this right here. I like this edge. I like this hole. You got your thirds, 1, 2, 3. You got it coming this way, dissecting across. You got a little bit of an angle pulling you in there. I still hate that edge, but it is what it is. I'll cover it with something. Big leaf of Anubias will solve our problems there. Now I want to get a bunch of Anubias out here and soften this thing up. So, take you guys into where I'm focusing on. I don't like this here. Anubias is going to get tucked in here. Need some green. I love the way this pulls right here. I love the way that clips into there. I like this little canyon kind of thing going on in there. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. So now it's time to add some green. First thing I'm going to mess with is the background. I don't really know what I'm going to do as far as the background yet. I've got a couple of options over here that I'll show you. Those are my options underneath the table there. So, Brandon, is there any way to get the webcam set up? If you can watch the screen here and get the webcam set up out here and watch, so aim it, the screen is right there, and just kind of get it right here. So it's kind of behind me. Maybe clip it onto that light pole or tripod or something. It doesn't need to be anything fancy, just slide that in a little bit. That's about where I want it. Oh, dude. Pretty good. Look at that screen. How's that, folks? No, or it's 26 gallon. How's that, folks? I got some boosted flander in here. Alright. So now the camera thing's a little up on me, but that's fine. It's for you all. So I'm just gonna... Alright. Now I wish it was entirely dark in the greenhouse so I'd have full focus on here, but it's not. That's alright. It's my own doing. So now it's time to add some plants. I want to do a quick clip out on this real quick. This is the baby tears that I'm going to add over there in that tank. We're going to put that up in there, and that will be going in that. But that's going to be the last thing to add, though. Let's have this. Here you go. Alright. That hot? That on? Cool. Picking out some favorites. Actually, I'm going to get some Apizzelli out of this other tank. Now it gets fun, folks. The plants come in. Sorry, YouTube, you guys got to move back. It's like, got to have some space to see this thing. The goal is to cover this whole tree with, like, it looks like a big, I want it to look like a big vine of that Appenzelli coming off of there.
Needs more. Needs to come over here, and then it needs little anubias along the branches, and then lots of little stuff stuck in the sides, cracks. But the Appenzelli is working on that log. I like the way that's going. That's coming. Better. Cue up this webcam on there. So it's, there we go. It's good.
More Appenzelli. Kind of wish it was nighttime, so I could just focus fully on that without any light. Whatever. Nubius Appenzelli. Notice the red stem. This is it. Nothing under the substrate. Good question. I'm not nuts about the Appenzelli in the front there, but we'll make it work.
coming. I like the way that's looking. I like the way the front's coming in. I like the dark Appenzelli with that. Now we're going to play up in the trees for a minute. Actually, no, I'm going to throw some background in here. We got a couple options for the background. We got, actually I'll show them this later. Alright, you ready? A couple options for the background here. Not really sure exactly which way we're going. We're going to try a few things out. Got this giant rush right here, horsetail rush, came out of the pond. It's not a fully aquatic plant, but we're going to try it. I've got lots of it, so we'll see. Stinks. It's been rotting. This is not an aquatic plant, but I might pull it out the top. We're just going to experiment here, not committed to it. But I like what this will give me. It'll give me some height in the back. We'll see. Might love it, might hate it. This is horsetail rush pond plant. I think we're onto something there. I like it coming out at the top too. But I got umbrella palms too, so we're not done. We're going to try out something else. It's a little, you know, it's part of the background. We'll say that. It's part of it. It's not very defining, but it comes. You like that, folks? Now it needs something to soften in all the rocks. I don't know what that is.
I'm gonna hit some baby petite Anubias on top. And I'll get it soft. So I've got some Bucephalandra, we'll try it. Get a clip of this time. Alright, this is the Bucephalandra. I'm going to break this into 3, and I'm going to clean off all the stuff that's all over here. So I got Bucephalandra, green wavy. Got it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all this stuff off of here. Get all this rock wool off. And kind of clean it. The plant, I should have done this prior, but I didn't really know I was going to use it, so I'm going to clean all the roots off. I'm actually going to rinse them, but you guys get the idea. Bucephalandra, green wavy, pot plant. So now we've got a clean plant here. Now it's just a matter of where we're going to put it, how we're going to use it. How's it going to break naturally? Well, we're going to break it just by pulling on it and see what breaks. So this is coming off here. That's coming off there. That's coming off there. And that's left. That's one nice one. So we're going to pull this out. And I'm going to use the bigger stuff in the back. Hey, Brandon, do me a favor. Pull one in tight on this tree right here, so it's real tight on this tree. And we'll get this going here. Like that. That'll work. See if it'll stay when I have water, but that's another battle. Definitely want to hit someone in here. It's got to go. And then if it doesn't stay, I've got wire that I can tie it with. Prefer not to, but if I have to, I will. You're tight on this? Oh, let me see. Oh, perfect. Yeah, pull out just a tiny bit. There we go. In a little bit. All right. I like that one there. What do you guys think? You doing alright? You guys doing alright? How's the YouTube stream doing there? You guys digging it? Can I get a little love from YouTube? Anybody enjoying it? Add some more boost. And the boost can hide the wire. No tropical. You guys digging it? You all right? Get that one tied on. I hate to do this, but I am going to tie this on here with the zip, with the little plastic tie. I might come in and glue it later. I might leave the tie. I don't know. It'd be much easier to do with the tree removed. Whatever. The idea with the Bucephalandra. I gotta look at it. That's coming. I like to do, when I do trees, I like to do threes, like 3 sets of leaves. You guys see this plant? You good? What do you think? All right. It needs another limb right there and another thing right there. this is the wire that I typically use on the big pieces of driftwood. I'll try it on some boost here. Works. What do you think, YouTube? What do you think? It's alright. Now I'm thinking about filling her up. I need to do some more work in here. Something to soften that. I could use some boost in there. I like the boost on the tree though. I think that's working well. See how I put that in there? Hey Brandon, you mind killing that backlight? You guys like it? Looks good? Cool. Appreciate it. So yeah, it's coming. You'll notice it's all the dark. I want to kind of get that dark. I like that dark red, so that matches. The dark red there and the boost that kind of matches the dark green there. So it's coming. Not bad. Folks, I've been streaming for an hour. What do you think? You likes? What will I stock it with? I'm going to put 100 cherry shrimp in it that are high grade. And then I'm going to put a couple of tiny, maybe a couple of little swordtails. That's it. Or tiny little fish. Not really sure. So folks, that's, you guys liking it there? What about flamingo? Flamingo's not a bad idea, actually. I've got a lot of other crypts, but I need to, let's say this here, like I need to creatively get away from this tank for a minute so like I can focus on it and get out of it and like see what it needs, because right now I'm so deep in it that I can't like get myself any further. Like I'm kind of creatively stuck, if you will, and I know what it needs, some spots, but I don't have it mentally there. So it's been an hour. Hope you guys digging it. Obviously I'm enjoying doing live stuff, so I'm going to take a pause, fill this sucker up. I may be on later tonight to do more of it, but thanks for everybody checking it out. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It's around there somewhere. And let me know your thoughts on this tank, what you like. What do you want me to do live streams about? I got to get a drink. I got to get a sandwich. And yeah, this has been fun. You guys have a good time? All right. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, it's a Fluval B26. Model 26. Yeah, so I'm going to slowly fill her up and stare at it a while. And then drain it again and then see how it goes. So, class dismissed. Hope you enjoyed it. Nah, beta fish with shrimp would actually be kind of tight, actually. A white beta would look real sick in there. Cool. Alright, everybody, I'm outie. I'm going to end this. You'll see more of this coming, but you get the idea. Talk you through a little bit of it. Hope to God the driftwood doesn't float up on me. Probably will, but whatever. So, I'm outie, everybody. Be good. Later.